Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Fridays from the Farm with Farmer Chris. I'm off the farm. We had some windstorms blow through and some storms, and I thought it would be interesting to get out and see how that has affected the city. It didn't really cause much at school or on the farm, aside from a little bit of flooding, but that's something we're used to. But around the city, there were some impacts. You can see one of them right here behind me. And so we'll do a little exploration, because I think something like this is pretty amazing and awesome, in that it is some kind of awe-creating situation where this gigantic tree is not upright anymore. And I want to explore why. I want to take a look at some details. So let's get into it. And of course, we'll find something fun, we'll get jokey, and Robin will certainly get some laughs out of something. Thanks for being with us this week. I hope the sun is shining on your face, and if not, find some. Y'all take care. So this is most likely an American beech tree, and the reason it catches me is that this thing is monstrous. It's very big and was clearly blown down in the storm. It's got a lot of damage up there at the top where it's broken and ripped, and then you can see the whole trunk running all the way down here. And so just kind of imagining what this sounded like, or what force it took, and then the moment of impact, it broke another tree behind it. That's big stuff. So here we see a tree that was on the receiving end of the fall, and it too has been topped. Kind of like a puzzle, you can see where this chunk ripped out of that section of the trunk. And so it's kind of interesting to me that the tip of it is all the way back here. It means it must have teetered on there and slid down and then come to rest right here. You can see that there's some rot. Then if we get in close here, look at this crack that was ripped in it. It must have been very, very twisty. Well, and this, that's just beautiful. We have lots of beech trees around Indiana. It's one of our native trees. And one of the things that they're great for is you can see that they have these cavities in them. So this is a natural cavity. The tree rotted out, but just because it's rotted out doesn't mean that it's not exchanging nutrients. Remember, that exchange happens right underneath the bark's surface. What these are great for are hosting honeybees. So we often think of honeybees as living in hives and being managed by us, but typically they can't exist in nature, and this would be a great location for a hive or a colony to exist. If you take a look at the structure, and why I love this is that it exposes so that we can really see the workings of the tree. And so if we take a look down here, I'm not sure you all can see it from where I'm at, but the inside there is hollow. Lots of living space for raccoons, squirrels, potentially possums. All kinds of stuff could live inside of this. Hey everybody, you're inside the tree. Inside the tree, what a place to be. Here's another part that kind of scares me a little bit, is the strength in which it has driven itself into the ground and poked in there. It just came down with such a force. These broken limbs on a tree that's healthy. You can see that it's beginning to bud, and it's possible that it may even still leaf out if it were left here. It's possible that some of these leaves could open up over the next few days, and that there's enough energy inside of this trunk that it might get tricked into doing it one last time. Another critical piece, city maintenance. So you can see that city services have already been through. They've cleared the way to make it safe for folks that are wanting to use this track. The other really cool thing is that even though it would be wonderful to leave this here, it's a safety hazard. In nature, these kinds of falls are really important. They're called snags, and they end up being a host for all kinds of organisms. It could be scavengers, bugs, all kinds of different things could find their home in there. So if we see it out in the woods, we'd end up leaving it. Here in a city park, it's got to get taken care of. Hope you all have enjoyed exploring this down tree with me, and
curious if you have any trees in your area that have fallen down. Y'all stay safe.
So I have a friend who only has 3 fingers on one hand. When he went to the doctor and asked if he could still write with it, the doctor said, sure, but I wouldn't count on it.